Well, it's better than the third one. Ooh, all right. Jeepers Creepers Reborn, directed by Timo Vuurensola, and is currently in theaters limited. Let's talk about it. Yeah, so Jeepers Creepers Reborn has finally arrived. After years of wondering if there will ever be another one after that mess of a third one, to Victor Salva no longer being part of the franchise, to a new distributor getting the rights to the IP, and announcing a reboot and trilogy supposedly. Even after post-production, the two companies involved going to court over the rights of the movie's release and whatnot, as well as slap dab in the middle of a pandemic while they're shooting. And after all that craziness, the movie has come to light. Now I should preface this with this. I'm just going to let you know, I am a fan of the first two Jeepers Creepers. The third one, we'll pretend it never came. It never happened, alright? But what makes those movies so great is they did a fantastic job at creating an atmosphere of fear. I mean, the Creeper is presented an intimidating and as an intimidating and scary monster that we know very little about. And that alone makes him scary. But on the other side of that coin as well, things we did know made him scary too. And we already know, dude, when it comes to horror movies, without a good antagonist, it's already failed, dude, before the movie begins. But I don't need to prove to you all how badass the Creeper is, at least in the first two at least, right? Fans have been dying for another Creeper movie. A good one at that, obviously, right? Alright, look, anyways, I know you're wondering if this movie is good or not, right? It's okay. But as I said before, you have to have a good antagonist, or monster in this case, to make it work. And for those not in the know, this movie is basically a reboot. And they do make reference to the other three films, but they're not connected at all. It totally divorced itself in every way possible. But there are similarities in the Creeper's mythos. You know, every 23rd spring, it gets to eat for 23 days. It has some similar weapons. It can do some of the same things that we all enjoyed from the past films, as well as the truck, but the truck looks a little different, dude, than the OG one. But the overall problem, though, when it comes to this movie, is the presentation of the Creeper. Now, whether you're new to the Creeper or have seen all movies, the presentation of the new monster in this one, it omits fear, alright? There's not much to be afraid of when you see him. The way it's introduced makes you wish they had done more. There's no dramatic build to his introduction. It's just like, here it is, folks. Sadly, that scene becomes an afterthought. Now, you gotta remember, this is supposed to be a reboot, a reintroduction. And that scene should have been way more effective than it was. And I don't blame the actor. I mean, the dude's only working with what he's got, you know, and what he's told to do. This all lies on the director. And there was never a point in the movie where I felt, you know, it was kind of like, you know what? This is the Creeper. I mean, there were some funny elements at times, but they never really hit right. The death sequences weren't really that good or scary. And they use a lot of green screen for the background and hella scenes to the point where it actually became distracting. But let's talk a little bit about the story. So you got a couple named Lane and Chase. They're going to the Horror Hound Fest. And they win a raffle that takes them to this home that's like an escape room type deal. And a popular YouTuber heads off with them to document the entire thing. And the man who's taking them all to their destination is a guy who's a Creeper enthusiast. He knows all things Creeper, okay? And the whole Creeper story now is more of a myth, actually, in this movie. I mean, at this point, people aren't really sure if it's real or not. But Lane has a strange connection with this town and possibly with the Creeper. And like the chick from part 2, Lane actually has strange visions. Plus, she has her own personal secret you find out later in the movie. But most of the movie and action takes place in the house, with some things unveiling in the process as well. Alright, so I gotta talk about the director, dude. Timo Vuurensola. Now, he may be a fan of the series, and he may even be a fan of horror movies in general. But this movie is not that good because of him. And I mean, I put it all on him. I have my reservations about this dude. You know, I mean, it's the same dude who directed those Iron Sky movies. They were all green screen heavy, dude. And this movie was no exception. This dude does not know how to make shit feel scary at all. The cinematography, I'm just gonna be honest with you, dude. Some of the cinematography in this movie was shit, dude. I mean, for a horror movie, you gotta have tight scenes, shit that looks fucking creepy, dude. I didn't feel shit at all in this one, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. You gotta make the creeper look and feel scary. You gotta remember, this dude's more of an action director, so... And I'm gonna be honest with you, this dude is proof that not everyone can make horror movies. Especially something as well loved as Jeepers Creepers. If they had found another director, I believe this movie could have been better. Could have been way better, actually. Even with the small budget this movie had, it still could have been great. So, you know, if that's true, and if this is true and they plan on making this a trilogy, I beg you to please not use Timo Vierensola for any more movies, dude. No more Jeepers Creepers for this guy, alright? Hashtag no more Timo Vierensola. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not sure if you can salvage this thing, but I mean, for those who may hold out hope, man, I mean, I'll just say this, man. Get a better director. The fans deserve it, dude. Like I said earlier, it is better than Part 3, if that says much anyways. But, I mean, those who are curious, go out and check it out. Go see the movie for yourself and see what you think, actually. And let me know in the comments below what you think. If I'm tripping, dude, you say this movie's actually badass and, you know, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, hey, I'm game. Or you might say, hey, Shay Nasty, I agree. What the fuck was this? Or somewhere in the middle or whatever it may be, dude. Let it be known in the comments below. But anyhow, stay nasty, my friends. And Shay Nasty out. Jeepers Creepers, dude. Will they ever get this shit right? I mean, damn, dude. The first two are awesome. Can we get at least one good one? Just give me one good one. God damn.